A glamorous life, a beautiful romance, and a chilling end. The story of Jasmine Fiore and Ryan Jenkins is one of beauty, ambition, and a love that spiraled into tragedy. Jasmine, a stunning swimsuit model dreaming of stepping away from the spotlight, and Ryan, a wealthy reality TV star with a troubled past, seemed to have it all. Yet behind the glitz and glamour, their volatile relationship unraveled, culminating in a shocking crime. In August 2009, Jasmine Fiore's mutilated body was discovered stuffed in a suitcase in a California dumpster. In a gruesome attempt to hinder identification, her teeth and fingers had been removed. However, investigators managed to confirm her identity. Suspicion quickly turned to her husband, Ryan Jenkins, sparking an international manhunt across multiple states and borders. What drove a man once celebrated as a millionaire bachelor to commit such a heinous act? How did he evade one of the most intense manhunts in recent history? And did anyone assist him in his escape? This is not just a tale of murder but one of deception, jealousy, and desperation, a case that forces us to confront the thin line between love and obsession. Join us as we delve into the chilling events that led to Jasmine Fiore's tragic death and the unanswered questions that continue to haunt those left behind. Welcome to the Crime Series. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and let us know where you're watching from. Born Jasmine Lepore in 1981 in Bonnie Doon, California, Jasmine's life began in a quiet, nature-filled town. Raised by her single mother, Lisa Lepore, after her parents' divorce when she was 8, Jasmine was known for her striking beauty and tomboyish charm. From a young age, she displayed a strong work ethic, helping her mother with chores and working at a local grocery store. These experiences shaped her sense of responsibility and determination. Despite her small-town roots, Jasmine dreamed of a bigger life. Her bond with her mother was deeply influential, with Lisa playing a pivotal role in nurturing her daughter's ambitions. Friends described Jasmine as kind-hearted yet fiercely determined, qualities that would later define her career. After high school, Jasmine set her sights on Los Angeles, believing she could carve a niche for herself in the modeling world. The transition from her tranquil hometown to the bustling city was challenging, but her resilience and charisma helped her adapt quickly. In Los Angeles, Jasmine began the next chapter of her life, pursuing her dreams with unyielding determination. Jasmine began her career as a swimsuit model, quickly gaining attention in local advertisements. Her stunning looks and magnetic personality made her a sought-after figure for promotional events, including high-profile gigs for Playboy. Despite her rising success, Jasmine remained grounded, frequently visiting Bonnie Doon to reconnect with her mother and her roots. However, modeling was only the beginning for her. She had ambitious plans for her future. Ever the entrepreneur, Jasmine earned her real estate license and collaborated with a close friend to plan the launch of a fitness center. Ryan Jenkins, on the other hand, appeared to embody charm and success. Born in Calgary, Alberta, in 1977, Jenkins grew up in a wealthy and influential family. His father, Dan Jenkins, was a successful architect with investments across North America. Ryan's privileged upbringing exposed him to a life of affluence, shaping his ambitions and instilling a sense of entitlement. Despite the advantages of his background, Ryan's life was far from trouble-free. Described by acquaintances as driven yet occasionally erratic, he excelled academically and pursued a career in real estate development. By his mid-20s, Jenkins had accumulated significant wealth thanks to his involvement in luxury real estate projects in Canada. He enjoyed flaunting his success, mingling with elite social circles, and attending exclusive events. However, beneath his polished exterior lurked a darker side unknown to many in his professional life. In 2005, Jenkins was charged with assaulting his then-girlfriend, Faye Jewell, in Calgary. Court records detail a violent incident in which Jenkins struck and pushed Jewell during an argument, leaving her with visible injuries. Convicted of assault, Jenkins was sentenced to 15 months of probation and mandatory anger management counseling. Despite the gravity of the offense, his social standing and career faced minimal repercussions. Later, Jenkins sought to boost his public image by joining the reality TV show Megan Wants a Millionaire, produced by 51 Minds Entertainment and aired on VH1. The series featured affluent bachelors vying for the affections of former Playboy model Megan Hauserman. Jenkins was introduced as a suave and successful real estate developer with a net worth exceeding $2.5 million. His on-screen persona, dubbed the Smooth Operator, quickly made him a standout contestant. Yet behind the scenes, Jenkins exhibited troubling behavior that raised concerns among production staff and fellow participants. Christopher Catalano, a senior casting director for Megan Wants a Millionaire, later expressed unease about Ryan Jenkins during filming. "There was something about him that didn't sit right," Catalano admitted in a 2020 interview. Despite these concerns, Jenkins remained on the show and advanced to the final contenders for Megan's affection. In March 2009, Jasmine Fiore met Ryan Jenkins at a Hawaiian tropic party in Las Vegas. Fresh off his appearance on the VH1 reality show, Jenkins quickly captivated Jasmine. Just 2 days after meeting, he proposed, and the couple wed at the Little White Wedding Chapel in Las Vegas. The whirlwind nature of their union raised concerns among Jasmine's friends, particularly as they observed Jenkins's controlling behavior. Despite these red flags, Jasmine seemed determined to give the relationship a chance, even as early signs of tension emerged. Jenkins, while outwardly charming and confident, revealed troubling traits over time. His impatience and need for control became apparent to Jasmine's close friends, who grew increasingly worried. They noticed Jenkins becoming possessive of Jasmine's social life and career ambitions. These behaviors hinted at deeper issues in their relationship, which would ultimately have devastating consequences. The most alarming sign of trouble surfaced in April 2009, just 5 weeks after their wedding. During an argument at a poolside gathering, Jenkins allegedly struck Jasmine's arm with such force that she fell into the pool. Witnesses, including Jasmine's former fiancé Travis Heinrich, reported the incident to authorities. Jenkins was charged with battery constituting domestic violence in Las Vegas and was mandated to attend court-ordered counseling. Despite the severity of the incident, Jasmine decided to give Jenkins another chance, clinging to the hope that he might change. Her friends, however, noticed a shift in her demeanor. She became more withdrawn and less enthusiastic about her marriage. Jasmine's mother, Lisa Lepore, recalled phone conversations where Jasmine expressed doubts about her relationship, admitting that she felt trapped and unsure of how to leave the increasingly toxic situation. Jasmine's friends believed her reluctance to leave was fueled by both fear and hope for improvement. Jenkins's persuasive nature often led her to reconcile after their arguments. Financial entanglements also played a role. Jenkins, with a net worth exceeding $1 million, offered a lifestyle of luxury that was difficult to abandon. By the summer of 2009, Jasmine Fiore and Ryan Jenkins's relationship had reached a breaking point. Jenkins left for Mexico to film the 3rd season of I Love Money, a VH1 reality show aiming to win the $250,000 grand prize. His absence offered Jasmine a brief reprieve from their volatile relationship. During this time, Jasmine reconnected with her ex-boyfriend, Robert. Their rekindled relationship was both emotional and physical, and in July, they traveled to Los Cabos, Mexico, using false names to maintain privacy. When Jenkins returned to Los Angeles in early August, tensions reignited. Aware of Jasmine's ongoing contact with Robert, Jenkins grew increasingly jealous and possessive. On the evening of August 13, 2009, Jasmine and Jenkins checked into the L'Auberge Del Mar, a luxury resort north of San Diego, to attend a charity poker tournament and gala hosted by the Karma Foundation. At the event, they seemed to be in good spirits. However, around 4:30 a.m., surveillance footage captured Jenkins returning to the hotel alone. Jasmine was not with him and was never seen alive again. Hotel staff noticed Jenkins appeared agitated as he entered through a side door, avoiding the main lobby. The next morning, August 14th, Jenkins checked out alone at approximately 9:20 a.m., telling staff that Jasmine had left earlier for errands and wouldn't be returning. Throughout the day, friends and family became worried when they couldn't reach Jasmine. That evening, Jenkins filed a missing person report with the Los Angeles Police Department. He claimed Jasmine had dropped him off at their penthouse on Edinburgh Avenue after returning from San Diego and had left to run errands, never returning. However, Jenkins' lack of concern raised suspicions among those close to the couple. Unbeknownst to Jenkins, a horrific discovery had already been made. At around 7 a.m. on August 15th, a man rummaging through a dumpster in Buena Park, approximately 100 miles from San Diego, found a suitcase containing a mutilated body. Meanwhile, Jenkins began exhibiting increasingly erratic behavior. He made several phone calls to friends and family, including his father, Dan Jenkins, who was in Honduras. He informed his father that Jasmine was missing and expressed worry. On August 16th, Jenkins packed his belongings and left Los Angeles. He drove to Nevada, retrieved his speedboat from a storage facility, and headed north toward Canada. As news of Jasmine's murder broke and Jenkins became the primary suspect, an international manhunt was launched. Authorities in the US and Canada collaborated, and Jenkins' photo was widely circulated in the media. Despite mounting evidence, Jenkins maintained his innocence in calls with family and friends. Jasmine's brutal murder devastated her loved ones. Her mother, Lisa Lepore, publicly described the toxic relationship Jasmine had endured with Jenkins. Friends recalled Jasmine expressing a desire to leave him but fearing his reaction. Law enforcement officials began piecing together the tragic events that had led to her death. Detectives worked diligently to reconstruct Jasmine Fiore's final hours, focusing on her last known movements. Interviews with staff at the Del Mar Hilton and the Ivy Hotel yielded key eyewitness accounts. Several hotel employees reported hearing loud arguments from the couple's room during the night, supporting the theory of a violent altercation. A breakthrough came with the discovery of Jasmine's white Mercedes-Benz in a West Hollywood parking lot, about a mile from the penthouse she shared with Ryan Jenkins. Forensic investigators examined the car, uncovering significant evidence of foul play. Bloodstains on the seat and traces of hair suggested Jasmine had been assaulted inside the vehicle. Additionally, mud and grass on the undercarriage indicated the car had been driven off-road to a secluded area. As forensic evidence mounted, suspicion against Jenkins deepened. On August 18, just 3 days after Jenkins reported Jasmine missing, the Orange County Coroner's Office officially identified the body found in the dumpster as Jasmine Fiore. Despite the gruesome measures taken to conceal her identity, her teeth and fingertips had been removed. Investigators confirmed it using the serial numbers on her breast implants. The brutality of the crime shocked even seasoned detectives. Jasmine had been strangled, dismembered, and stuffed into a suitcase before being discarded. Meanwhile, Jenkins eluded authorities. Police contacted him for questioning on August 17, but he claimed he was en route to Canada for personal reasons. By August 20, when an arrest warrant was issued, Jenkins had disappeared. His swift departure from Los Angeles and attempts to cross the border by boat pointed to a deliberate effort to evade capture. Law enforcement agencies, including the U.S. Marshals and the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, RCMP, collaborated to track Jenkins's movements. His father, Dan Jenkins, was reportedly living in Honduras at the time, raising concerns that Ryan might attempt to flee there. However, the immediate focus remained on the Pacific Northwest, where Jenkins was last spotted. On August 19, witnesses reported seeing a man matching Jenkins's description piloting a boat toward Point Roberts, a small Washington exclave bordering Canada. Despite intensified search efforts, including Coast Guard patrols and coordination with Canadian officials, Jenkins managed to cross into Canada undetected. The investigation expanded to include Jenkins's family and associates. Authorities questioned his half-sister, suspected of assisting in his escape. Records revealed that the silver PT cruiser Jenkins used to travel to the Thunderbird Motel in Hope, British Columbia, was registered to a relative, further implicating his family in his flight. Although Ryan Jenkins had successfully evaded capture, law enforcement remained resolute in their pursuit of justice. Public pressure on authorities intensified as people demanded accountability for Jasmine Fiore's brutal murder. On the evening of August 20th, Jenkins arrived at the Thunderbird Motel in Hope, British Columbia, a small town in the Fraser Valley. He was dropped off by a young blonde woman driving a silver PT cruiser with Alberta plates. Witnesses described the woman as composed, calmly paying for a 3-night stay in cash before leaving Jenkins at the motel. Jenkins checked into room 2, where he kept a low profile. The motel manager later recalled that Jenkins seemed anxious and exhausted, avoiding eye contact and remaining mostly confined to his room. Over the next 2 days, he was occasionally seen wandering the motel grounds, appearing increasingly disoriented. Witnesses noted his disheveled appearance and how starkly it contrasted with the polished image he had projected on reality TV. On August 23, when Jenkins failed to check out as scheduled, the motel manager became suspicious and entered room 2 to investigate. Inside, he found Jenkins's lifeless body hanging from a belt fastened to a clothing rack. It appeared that Jenkins had taken his own life, likely overwhelmed by the pressure of the manhunt and the looming consequences of his crimes. No suicide note was found at the scene, but investigators later discovered a document titled Last Will and Testament on Jenkins's laptop, dated August 20th, the day he checked into the motel. Jenkins's suicide abruptly ended the international manhunt, bringing a tragic close to a case that had captivated public attention. While authorities were relieved to resolve the case, many questions surrounding Jasmine Fiore murder remained unanswered. With the primary suspect gone, investigators could only reconstruct the events through circumstantial evidence and witness accounts. The case left a profound impact on both sides of the border, sparking conversations about domestic violence, reality TV casting practices, and the importance of rigorous background checks. For Jasmine's family and friends, the end of the manhunt marked the start of a long journey toward healing and seeking justice in other forms. The tragedy prompted significant changes in the entertainment industry. Reality TV producers introduced stricter background checks for contestants, ensuring individuals with violent histories would not be cast. Mark Cronin, co-founder of 51 Minds Entertainment, publicly expressed regret over the incident and emphasized the need for greater accountability in casting decisions. If you appreciated this story, like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to join our growing community. Your support keeps us creating.